welcome to my channel. Today we're starting off with a bare face and yeah. Basically I'm just gonna start out with skincare because I want to do a get ready with me today. Because lately I feel like I've just been doing a lot of looks that are very complicated, so I'm explaining a lot of things, and if I would then also talk a lot about unrelated random subjects, then the video will be like 12 hours long. So here we are. By the way, if you want to see makeup tutorials of me, you can always subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do them twice a week, and also once per week well, it can be either a nail art or a piercing related video or a shopping haul or whatever else I can think of basically. Also, I'm just applying a serum now. But anyway, yeah, so you can find it on my YouTube channel, and if you want to see pictures of makeup and also of my random daily life, you can also follow me on Instagram. I'll put my name down below here for a moment. By the way, in terms of skincare, I'm mostly using a lot of Yves Rocher. Yes, because especially their Sebo Végétal line works really well for my oily skin. But as always, I'll just put all the products I've used below in the description box. And lastly, a face moisturizer, which I also got on my lab, which I didn't need it to be, but still. And then lips, really the only thing that helps against my zombie lips is straight up Vaseline. It's really all that works. By the way, if you are planning on going outside during the day, I do recommend, I'm just applying a cuticle oil at the same time. But anyway, to apply an SPF as well. Personally, I am not actually sure if I think I might want to go out depending on the weather to get a lip scrub, but I'm not sure yet, so I'm just going to figure that I'm going to use that made no sense, that entire sentence. I'm going to use a spray SPF later on during the day if I still want to go outside. If I do want to go outside during the day for sure, then I usually use the Biodermal Matte Sun Fluid for the face. Because it's mattifying and it's SPF, so it works well and it also looks nice underneath makeup, which is quite important to me. I really find it always so awkward when I'm wearing like something that doesn't have sleeves and then I'm like close up and you really can't see clothing anymore and Anyway, I always give my skincare a little bit of time to sink into the skin, just really do its job. And then I go over it if I'm going to wear makeup that is with a primer. So I'm just applying that primer now. Just doing my eyebrows now. I really have been into like more natural brows lately. And meanwhile, let's start on my list of subjects I wanted to talk to you about. Yes, I do actually make a list for videos like this, because otherwise I'll be blabbering on about the makeup. And then I'll be talking about other stuff, and then the video will still be 12 hours long, which would still be far too long. So yeah. Anyway, if you've been following me for longer, you may know that I actually planned on vlogging in Ireland in September. That's not going to happen this year because we were going there, my parents and me, with a bus trip, like an organized like vacation thing. But not enough people signed up to actually, you know, go there. So yeah, we're not going to do that this year. We're going to try to get there in spring of next year, and then we'll go there on our own, like with a rented car. We will make sure to book all the hotels beforehand, because that's just rather a safe feeling that you know you can actually sleep somewhere. But just go there on our own, so we don't have to depend on other people to sign up as well to actually get there. So yeah, there's a little bit of change of plans. Luckily, I am still going on vacation with my parents for a week to months thereafter, so that's fine. For that week, however, I do still want to vlog, but there's a little bit of change of plans, obviously, in where I'm going to vlog. Instead, I'm going to do stuff like going to a theme park with a friend, and I'm also going to go to Berlin for a day. There's something I really wanted to do for a while, to travel somewhere by myself. And yeah, there's this company, Slangenreizen, not useful if you don't live in the Netherlands. And I've never actually traveled with them before, so that's going to be the first time. But they basically do bus trips to other countries, like day trips as well. So you don't, when you're on your own, you don't have this issue of having to book a hotel for yourself, which is really expensive. So that's perfect for me, because I just want to travel more. Whoa, I just grabbed way too much. I just want to travel more on my own, because I'm a bit of an Einzelgänger, admittedly. I'm not very social, and also I just want to travel more overall, and I don't know, I think it'd be good for me to do that on my own as well. So that's the plan. If that by the way, that's also a bus journey, so if there aren't enough people to sign up for Berlin, the plan is to go to London instead, because that's already sure to actually happen. Enough people signed up for those journeys already anyway, so yeah, that's basically the plan. But Berlin is like my first choice, because I went there once and I really loved it. I also vlogged it, by the way, it's somewhere on my channel if you want to see it. But also I want to go back to the movie museum and also the KDW, the huge shopping mall there. So yeah, that's really my first choice. And I am going to bring my vlog camera, like you might have seen it in the video before this, I think. But yeah, I bought a vlog camera, so that's going to be fun. Priming my eyelids now. By the way, just to continue on the other subject of Berlin and German and the German language, I actually have been, because it's my favorite vacation country, been like trying to learn German for like a little bit over a year using Duolingo, and I really feel like, you know, wanting to go Berlin, like deciding to really go to Berlin one day alone, one day soon hopefully. You know, that really helped me to really get more motivation to get it done, to really learn German. So other than just doing Duolingo, I'm now also keeping a very short, very boring journal in German. But yeah, like I figured it doesn't matter what I write, as long as I write something in German, just to really practice at it. It probably won't soon be as fluent as English or Dutch, obviously, because I am Dutch. But still, you know, like, and going there on my own will also mean that I will have to actually speak German if I want to be, you know, understandable in German. So yeah, I think that's really gonna help. By the way, if for some reason you want to be mentally scarred, yeah. My first thought with like trying to learn German and was, well, with trying to write something in German, was to do it the same way I did with English and try to learn through fanfiction. Which obviously did work out well, but it was kind of awful fanfiction. It was like the older stuff was awfully written for a start. Written for a start. But also the subjects, and it was just all around awful. And yeah, you could probably still find it if you really were trying to. It's a really awful teenage fanfiction, regrets that I ever wrote it, sort of thing. But you could still find it if you really tried. Like one hint, it's my old screen name, which still is sort of like my current screen name. So yeah, you could probably still find it on websites like fanfiction.net and archiveofourown.com. But it's at your own risk, and please don't judge me upon it. It was quite awful, that entire fanfiction phase. People, funnily enough, on those websites still like it for some reason. I personally don't. Mostly I just like to torture the main character. That's just a thing, and yeah. Anyway, I just figured for German it would be better to just keep a journal and write something that I wouldn't like be quite embarrassed of later. By the way, I'm actually also writing a story of my own, or actually, well, I've loved writing stories ever since high school, especially during classes when I should have been doing actual schoolwork, incidentally. But anyway, but this particular one I've been writing for years, but not the same version. Like basically what kept happening was I would be writing it and then I would be distracted for a couple of weeks and then I'd go back to it and I'd be like, ugh, that's so not my style anymore, that's so boring, that's so badly written. And I start over again. So I have like a gazillion different versions of the start of the story basically. But this time around I actually already know how I want it to end and all, which does sort of help. I'm more confident in my writing skills, and also I figured to tackle it more like I do with my YouTube channel. Instead of writing it what I used to do with like anything fan-fiction, try to write it like I feel a real story should be written. Instead I'm just writing it the way I feel is good, which I think is a lot better. I don't know, like it's just a lot more comfortable to write, and also feel like the end result is just a lot better because it's more natural and not so like a writing exercise, I guess. And yeah, basically that's what I do with my YouTube channel as well, you know, with my makeups. Like, I don't do what I feel I should do. I always try to do what I want to do. And what I think is good, and what I think looks good, and what I think works well. So I figured to do that with the story too, and I'm really hoping that this time around I'll actually make it to the end of the story. If I do, I might upload it on something like Patreon. Like, YouTube isn't really the right platform for story writing, obviously, it being a video website. But yeah, like, if I ever get to finish it, if I ever manage to, I will definitely upload it somewhere. And I'll let you know on my channel. The genre of the story, by the way, is sort of fantasy, horror, adventure-esque. By the way, out of curiosity, what kind of types are you? Like the individualistic type who wants to do everything alone, or the type who wants to do everything with other people, like the social type? Me personally, I always feel like I don't know, I guess it's natural to be a bit of both, I guess. Because on one end, of course, the human being is a group animal and we are designed to feel safe in the company of others that are part of our pack. But on the other hand, I do also really like to do stuff on my own, also because I'm very, very stubborn, and when I want to do something specific, I want to do that. And I don't care if anyone else is going to do it with me, I just want to go to a certain place and I'll go there. So yeah, I guess I'm a little bit of both. Like, I do like hanging around with other people, but I also quite like doing stuff on my own. But yeah, out of curiosity, what kind of type are you? Then I'm going to do an eyeliner. I'm going to do that without talking because there's a limit to what stuff I can do without, you know, ruining it if I talk through it. Okay, liner is on there without huge disasters. Today I'm just going to go for a more natural look with concealer rather than full foundation. Also gonna apply this beneath my eyes. By the way, the last few... Well, I mean, the thing is, when I listen to one ABBA song, I listen to one ABBA song and then a week later I'm still listening to ABBA. Anyway, I was also watching the video clips and it really made something occur to me. Namely, that back in those days, the ladies looked beautiful, like the two ABBA ladies, but they didn't look unnatural, like, they didn't look flawless necessarily, like, they had flaws, they had lines underneath their eyes, they had, you know, maybe not perfect skin all the time, and I think that's actually quite refreshing to see, because what we see on Instagram mostly nowadays is just a whole lot of photo editing as well. Which I do think is art on its own. I do really enjoy photo editing myself as well. But it did make me realize that it is setting a little bit of a, you know, unfair standard for people who maybe aren't, you know, really familiar with makeup yet and don't know the difference between what's photo edited and what's actually done with makeup. Which might make people feel like they're just not good at makeup because they can't get the same effect as we get on Instagram. Well, they don't realize that, you know, on Instagram it might actually be edited rather than realistically like so. So I figured I'd just start editing less also personally on Instagram. Just to bring a little bit of the realness back. Another thing is the difference between photoshoot makeup and, you know, actual wearable daily life makeup. Of course, in the first person, what you feel you need for daily life makeup. Personally, I have oily skin, so I feel like I need a whole lot of powder. But yeah, that's also a thing, like, personally, I don't know, like the whole full flawless face thing is something I personally only do at photo shoots when I'm putting makeup on someone else who's going to be in flashlights and like full on HD photography. But in daily life I don't, and there was like, I don't know, like I sort of felt for a while like I had to like do that as well and be that as well and like need to grab a brush. And, you know, do the whole flawless face thing too. Until I finally figured I don't actually need to do the whole flawless face thing. If I'm just trying to teach you how to do a regular everyday makeup look. Just to keep it real and just do my face as I would for a normal everyday makeup look. Which for me means mostly just concealer and powder. A whole lot of powder. And of course there's nothing wrong with doing a full face of makeup, like, you know, like, well actually if you do like a full layer of foundation and concealer and powder every single day, it's probably not that good for your skin. But from the moral point of view, there's nothing wrong with doing a flawless face if that's what you like. But yeah, me personally, I just figured I'd keep it more real. Like, I also want to vlog more, so maybe that's part of the whole keeping it more real thing. Maybe, I don't know how my own psyche works. But yeah, like, and to me, like, for a normal day-to-day thing, that's just how I do it. Of course, I am still going to do the whole thing of doing a more wearable look once per week, and the other time doing a less wearable look. I have big plans for next Thursday. That's all the hint you're going to get for now. But yeah, just wanted to mention that too. Okay, seriously, I always have to build it up on my cheeks and all. And then the contour of my forehead is like full on without me even trying or wanting it to be full on. I really don't know how that always happens. This time I'm going for a peachy shade with shimmer in it. And yes, I totally forgot how pigmented it was. Oops. Just going to put some of the dark orange shades in my outer corners on the bottom. By the way, this might be a TMI sort of thing. But I am actually going to do a video in the future. I have the plans for like in 2 or 3 weeks or so. Yeah, I schedule everything. But anyway, about like lady problems and tips and tricks and stuff like that. Mostly inspired by the fact that I'm using a new birth control. Well, not a new one, but new to me. Birth control pill now. And I really do notice a difference. So yeah, I'd like to tell you about that in a video. For the waterline, I'm going for brown this time. It's a little bit softer than black. For eyelashes, I'm just going to do a lash curler and mascara. In that particular order. And eyebrow plumper, of course. Almost wanted to skip to lipstick, but then I remembered to do highlighter. So just applying it wherever I would normally put it. And lastly, lipstick, I'm going for pinkish nude just to make it fit with my clothes a little bit more. And then lastly, some setting spray. And then we're left with the final results. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please click the like button. It would really help me out. And that was it for today. If you want to chat along, by the way, feel free to do so in the comment section. I always try to reply to each and every one of you. And yeah, that's it for today. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful day and I hope to see you next time. Bye!